All right, welcome everybody to the HealthSpan Compass podcast. And so with me today, I have Bernard Siegel and Melissa King. My name is Junaid Mian. Welcome to the show. I'm a pharmacist, an entrepreneur, and currently a biotech investor at 1435 Capital. There's always this discrepancy I always hear when it comes to this subject matter, right? So Bernie, lifespan versus health span. I mean, what's the difference?
Well, in my view, lifespan is the number of years that one lives, chronological. Health span, healthy longevity, is something different, something better, and something that's attainable, which means however many days we have allotted, they will be in good health, not necessarily in morbid suffering, but something that we can thrive and maybe even rejuvenate, or through technologies like regenerative medicine, regrow our body parts eventually through tissue engineering and cell therapies to be able to have our replacement parts. So we can go on and hopefully always learn new things, always bring new things to the table. And at the same time, healthy longevity, health span, represents a potential economic benefit to the world. Don't think about sick care, don't think about assisted living, but being able to live your days independently and in good health. I think it's a goal that is worthy and that should be attained.
So Melissa, Bernie touched on a lot of things here. So why does how we age matter just as much as how long we live?
We don't have a healthcare system in this country. We have a sick care system, and that may be true in other areas of the world as well. And then in some areas, they don't really have good healthcare at all, which is one of the reasons that we'd like this to be a global effort. But the reason health span is so important, that notion of living healthier longer, is quality of life. Nobody wants to see themselves as the person ending up in the nursing home in bed all day with an IV, not really having a life beyond that, and not able to socialize and have fun or garden or ski or swim in the open ocean like I like to do. So we've got to find a way for people to live not just longer, but healthy. If we're going to live 10, 15, 20 years longer than people do on average now, and I know that differs by country, certainly, and we'd like to drive that up all over the world, but we'd like to see everybody in the world living a more fulfilling life.
I would add a little bit to what Melissa has said. When you think about it, as a global movement, this isn't going to be something just for tech billionaires, as the cliche, but how about folks, a farmer in Malawi, for example? Health span should be a goal. I think Melissa and I agree in our organization as a loftiest goal that health span should be declared a fundamental human right. There are certainly provisos in international law that health is a human right. But how about health span, at least as a goal? Because we want this to be universal to all populations and to people of all economic stratas. Of course, there are a lot of things to unpack with that. If you're living in grinding poverty day to day, one day might not look very good to you, or the future might look very good to you. But as a species, and the science that's here now, are species altering events and can have change for the better for all of humanity. It seems to me that it's within reach of science, but we always must be mindful that the things that we're talking about have to be fit into the boundaries of cultures around the world, cultures that have their own views, their own religions, their own boundaries. And we have to be thoughtful about this. It's just not for one segment of population or one socioeconomic class, but how do these things in a universal way improve the lot of our species?